Hello, assalamu alaikum. My name is Ismail Ali. So, welcome back. I hope you all are doing really great. So, yesterday Amir asked me to answer some of the questions that were sent to me through my inbox, and so I selected about, I think, 5 questions and see if maybe I'll be able to answer them. Although, please know what I'm saying is not really like a fact to an extent, just some of the intuitive thinking or thoughts that comes to me. So maybe the time I said it that is when I realized that, oh wow, this is really powerful. So it does happen at times, and I may not be always right, but you can look into the thought and see if it can be useful to you. So thank you for the day. That book was wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So the first questions were saying, what is a realization that felt strange to you? Well, I would say in my journey, one of the things I think was really strange for me when I realized that people are not actually wrong for what they do. No, please don't get me wrong, but what I'm saying is you really get to understand that whatever happens, something needs to be there for it to happen. The issue of causality. You get the deeper aspect of that term. You now see why people come into your life, because maybe someone might decide to be a bad person when he comes into your life, because he's there to serve that purpose, to complete the story, because it is that story that will mean another lesson for you. Maybe you were with a bad person before someone who you knew was a good person, and maybe it was time for you to be tested. So God now brings this person to you and he changes behaviors. In the real sense, in the deeper aspect, it was to serve that purpose. That was why the change began. Even since the beginning of time, the devil changed because there was a purpose to be served. Okay, everything, when you look at the deeper aspect, there will be a reason for it. But we can't just be carried away by that deeper aspect, because now we lose our ground with the present reality we are facing. Because we have to acknowledge that, okay, so person is a toxic person, so person is a good person, and so person is a bad person. So person is a negative person, because there are some positive people, there are some negative people, and there are some toxic people. You have to know which kind of people you are with. You might have positive people who will inspire you to do many things. They will encourage you to go for things that you need to do in your life. They will give you information, support, financial support, emotional support, and everything they can to see that you achieve your goals. And there are those who are negative, and those negative people may actually mean good for you, but it's just that they don't share the similar vision as you do. That is why they are afraid of what you come with. Let's say, for instance, you wanted to invest some huge amount of money in a business, and you told your wife about it, and she wasn't really sure that if it is a good idea to go for that. So she'll tell you, no, please don't do that. Go and invest in a certain business that we are really sure of. Don't do that. When you come up with that plan, she will not be happy about it. And now maybe it might not be just your wife, your brother might do that, a friend, and even maybe a mentor. So at that moment that you are really keen about getting things done, you might see that no, they don't actually love you. Maybe it's because they saw that projected profit that is coming with this project. That is why they are not happy about it. That they want me to be in the initial position that I was. They don't want me to go further in life. That is why they are not happy about this whole issue I came up with. But that might not be the case most times. When you really look close, they just want some security for you, because people naturally are scared of taking risks. So when you bring something risky, your loved ones will show their care. And what they do, they are just acting out of instinct. So whatever they will do is to prevent you from going into that danger that they're seeing. They don't want you to go harm in any way. That is for the negative people. Then there are those toxic people. Oh my God, those are the kind of people that you need to get away from, because they don't actually like you. No matter what you do, you will not be a good person to them. They just hate you for no other reason. And no matter what good you do, it will not count for them. And if they will get any chance, they will cost you a lot in your life. They will be delighted to stop their own goals if it means you crashing along your way. So those are the kind of people that you need to watch out for. You see them every day. You may come up with things and they may go looking, bringing you into trouble, So you have to watch out for those kind of people. So what I'm saying is that when you get to know that kind of picture, you see the whole world in a single frame. So now it is not disturbing, to an extent, it will disturb you because naturally, of course, we humans have our limitations, no matter how aware you are. So it will hurt you, but later you will not realize, okay, fine, they're just playing their part. Then, well, what else to do? And you find it easy to forgive people who were really hurting you. That is why you see sages and saints with so much kindness to people who are even doing harmful things to them. So that is that about the first questions. So the second one was saying, what is life? Wow. I think this question has been asked for a decade, and till now no definite answer will be there. Because life is different for everyone. My own purpose is different from your own purpose. As a doctor, my own purpose your purpose is to serve humanity. As a constructor, your purpose is to produce quality things that will help people carry out their daily activities. As a therapist, as a healer, yours is to help people get rid of the doom they are in. So life does mean a different thing for everyone. But you get to understand that it is all about kindness and love and the understanding of the self. Because each individual is an extension of the world around him. When you are able to understand yourself, you learn the whole thing that life has to offer. You get the whole picture. You get it is like a summary of the life that you are trying to get, because you are an example. So when you understand yourself, then everything now connects. So the only little differences are in personalities and all that, and with your skills you'll be able to know which kind of people you are dealing with. You may even sometimes know what people's intention are before they even utter a word. But first you have to understand yourself before you understand another person. It has to be with you first before another person. But we now see today in our world, people are always trying to understand other people, but they don't understand themselves. So when you don't understand yourself, how do you now hope to understand another person? It is almost impossible, because no matter what you will say about them will be wrong. You know, our Hausa people do say, kai baka wanke allonka kana neman wanke allon wani. So it like that. Sai ka fara da kanka tukunna, sannan ka duba ka ga okay, to wane ne ya kamata ka duba ka fahimta ya rayuwar nasu ke tafiya. Ka fara da kanka tukunna kafin ka je ga rayuwar wani. So I think as our discussion goes, we will continue discussing in detail some of, these questions have a lot to them. I can't really answer all of them today. It will take ages. We will continue talking about them, because I have limited time. I think you gave me, is it 30 minutes or 25? So then the third person was asking, what does too much pain causes? Well, too much pains, no one really wants to be in pain. Am I right? So when we are in pains, all we really need to do is to get rid of that pain from our body. All of us, when we are in pain, we can do absolutely anything that will get rid of that pain. We want to pay the price, no matter what it is. But then, the price is costly. We all want a shortcut. We don't want to follow the due process. That is why some people along the way fall back, and you see them with some philosophies of some kind which are not welcomed in the society, because they were in for a short way, and all shortcut doesn't only lead to our destinations. Sometimes we need to follow the right paths, the whole process, little by little, stage by stage, procedures and everything before we get to our destination. So pain is the gateway that gets rid of fear. For one who has been in much pains, now will have no fear. So what am I saying? There is this level of pain that you will have, that there are certain fears that normal people have that you will not have. We might look into criminals, maybe bandits or other aspect of people, listen to their stories and see what their stories were. Most of them were painful stories. They are full of pains. We can have a conversation with thoughts and see what their life were all about. You now see that it is all about pains. So because of that pains, now they fear nothing because they feel they have nothing to lose. Since they lost their self, so anything doesn't really count. They see no reason to be alive. So what really matters? Nothing. So they'll just do anything that actually comes. But when we are patient enough, as we continue to heal the pains, then what will come after is wisdom. It will give us, we learn the lessons from our life experiences and know why they were there, and know how we can help a fellow individual who is in a similar situation. Because you have to earn the rights before you speak of a particular wisdom. And now, wisdom is everywhere. People go into Google and find out, and they think, okay, fine, now I have found the truth, because there are so wisdom everywhere. But that's not the point. You can't just find the truth online. No, the truth is never there. It is within ourselves. And this searching has been guided by one who has been in that journey. You can't be a seeker of truth without a master. No. If not, you'll be a seeker of doom. Because for every page of truth, there is a counter page that talks the other way around. We have fancy wisdom, which are full of deceptions. We have sweet wisdom online, but in a real sense, they are deceptions. So we have to be very careful where we seek for our enlightenment. We have to be very careful where we seek for our knowledge. So thank you. Then, wow, and this is a really funny one. So although I don't really think it's connected to what we are saying, but he said, why are short people always demanding for respect? Wow. Okay, so because I'm a short person, but so I think the reason why is they feel like, okay, because I'm really short now, they won't respect me. But what if I command for that respect? Maybe they may give it to me. So you now see short people, everything that happens, they will be demanding for respect. I'm the senior one, do that. Yeah. So it's that kind of feeling that, okay, if they don't go aggressive in some way, they won't get back that respect from those people. And those top people, because they are tall, they feel, oh well, I'm on top. So they feel, okay, those who are way shorter than them are kind of not in their class. So you see there is that kind of clash between them, and they'll be demanding for respect from time to time. So I know I'm going to this issue for now, because short people, they hear, tall people, they hear. So when I feel, just go reason out on myself, And let me make this one the last one, please. We are running out of time. It says, does life choose the journey for you, or you choose it for yourself? Well, the truth of the matter is that in the journey of life, the more pain you have, the higher the possibility that you are in for a soul journey. Because there are two ways of getting into the spiritual journey. The first one is by pains. That is the shortest way. When you are full of questions and now you are demanding for answers, then something tragic will happen that will trigger your journey, and it is one of the most hardest things you ever find in your life. And there are those ones who go for spiritual practices, and along the way they learn some of those wisdoms and aspects of life. So there are levels to it. Some are called and some can go for the guidance from the master, recognized masters, and seek for enlightenment from them. So thank you so much. Until we meet next time. My name is Ismail Ali. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.